students, myself Dilip Udani, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. The name of the unit is Ordinary Differential Equation of Higher Order, and today's topic is Linear Dependence and Independence of Solutions and General Method to Obtain Particular Integral. So let's start. First of all, I will make you understand what is linear dependence and independence of solutions. The n non-zero given functions y1x, y2x, y3x up to ynx are called linearly dependent on the given interval a less than or equals to x less than or equals to b if there exist constants c1, c2, c3 up to cn with at least two non-zero such that c1 y1x plus c2 y2x plus c3 y3x plus dash 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 plus cn ynx equals to 0 for all x belongs to AB. For the given n non-zero solutions, you just write down its linear combination and equate it to 0, and if you will find at least two non-zero numbers from C1, C2, C3 up to Cn, then we can say that the given functions are linearly dependent. On the other hand, if the only constants that makes equation this one, that is equation number 1, true for all x are c1 equals to 0, c2 equals to 0, c3 equals to 0 up to cn equals to 0, then the functions y1x, y2x, y3x up to ynx are called linearly independent. If for the given functions y1x, y2x, y3x up to ynx, if we will write down its linear combination like this one, and if you will find out the values of c1, c2 up to cn, and if you will find all values equals to 0, then the functions y1x, y2x, y3x up to ynx are called linearly independent. Now, for two functions y1 and y2, find w. W, that is equals to Wronskian of determinant. And we define w for two functions y1, y2 as determinant of two order y1, y2 in first row, y1 dash, y2 dash in second row. If this is not equals to 0, then y1 and y2 are called linearly independent solutions. Similarly, for three functions y1, y2, y3, we define Wronskian of determinant w as order 3, y1, y2, y3 in first row, y1 dash, y2 dash, y3 dash in second row, y1 double dash, y2 double dash, y3 double dash in third row, and say this is not equals to 0, then y1, y2, y3 are linearly independent solutions. Now example number 1, determine whether the functions y1 equals to e raised to x, y2 equals to e raised to minus x are linearly dependent or independent. So here we will find out Wronskian of determinant w, that is y1 y2 in first row, y1 dash y2 dash in second row. So this is equals to y1 that is e raised to x and y2 that is e raised to minus x. Now derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x and derivative of e raised to minus x, that is minus e raised to minus x. Now we will solve this determinant multiplying e raised to x by minus e raised to minus x. So we have minus 1, then after minus multiplying e raised to x by e raised to minus x, so it will become e raised to 0 and that is 1. So minus 1 that is equals to minus 2 and minus 2 that is not a 0, it is a non-zero number, hence we can say that y1 equals to e raised to x and y2 equals to e raised to minus x are linearly independent solutions. Okay, now example number 2, determine y1 equals to cos ax, y2 equals to sin ax with a is not equals to 0 are linearly dependent or independent. Here we will find out Wronskian of determinant w, that is equals to y1 y2 in first row, y1 dash y2 dash in second row. So this is equals to y1 is cos ax, y2 is sin ax. Now derivative of cos ax, that is minus a sin ax, derivative of sin ax, that is a cos ax. Now multiplying cos ax by a cos ax, we have a cos square ax, then after minus sign multiplying sin ax by minus a sin ax, so we have plus a sin square ax. Now taking a common, so into bracket we have cos square ax plus sin square ax. Now as all of you know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So we have cos square ax plus sin square ax 1. Now multiplying a by 1 we have a, and a is not 0, that is given to us. So we can say that y1 equals to cos ax and y2 equals to sin ax are linearly independent. Now this is a general method to obtain the particular integral, and this is the formula of that. Rx, that is nothing but the right hand side of the given differential equation. If we will apply 1 upon d minus a operator on r of x, so that is equals to e raised to ax integration rx into e raised to minus ax dx. And if we will apply 1 upon d plus a operator on r of x, so that is equals to e raised to minus ax integration r of x e raised to ax dx. Now we will see example based on this method. Example number 1, solve the differential equation d square minus 3d plus 2y equals to x e raised to x. Here the given differential equation is d square minus 3d plus 2y equals to x e raised to x. We will compare the given differential equation with f of dy equals to rx. Here the right hand side is x e raised to x. Now by comparison we have f of d, that is equals to d square minus 3d plus 2 and Rx, that is equals to x e raised to x. You may write down Rx as Qx also. Now the solution of this equation is given by y equals to Cf plus Pi. So first of all we will find out Cf. To find out Cf, we will write down f of d equals to 0. So we will replace d by f. We have f of m equals to 0. Here f of d is d square minus 3d plus 2. So in this equation we will replace d by m. So we have m square minus 3m plus 2 equals to 0. Now we will factorize this equation, that is m square minus 3m plus 2 equals to 0. We will split the middle term, minus 3m. We will find out two numbers such that their product is 2 and their addition is 3, and those two numbers are 2 1 ja 2. So m square as it is, we will split minus 3m as minus 1m minus 2m plus 2 will be as it is, that is equals to 0. Now taking m common, so into bracket we have m minus 1. Now taking minus 2 common from these two terms, so into bracket we have m minus 1, that is equals to 0. Now taking m minus 1 common, in another bracket we have m minus 2, that is equals to 0. Now equating these two factors to 0, we have m equals to 1, m equals to 2. So Cf, that is equals to C1 e raised to 1x plus C2 e raised to 2x. Now we will find out Pi. Pi, that is equals to 1 upon f of d Rx So Pi, that is equals to 1 upon f of d is d square minus 3d plus 2, and Rx is x e raised to x. Now factorize d square minus 3d plus 2, and those two factors are d minus 1, d minus 2, x e raised to x. Now we will apply general method to obtain Pi. We will keep 1 upon d minus 1 as it is, and we will apply 1 upon d minus 2 operator on x e raised to x. So this is equals to 1 upon d minus 1. Now applying 1 upon d minus 2 operator on x e raised to x, so we have integration x e raised to x, this is Rx, and here we have d minus 2, so we will write down e raised to minus 2x over here, e raised to plus 2x outside the integration. So this is equals to 1 upon d minus 1, 2x will be as it is. Now integration x will be as it is, e raised to x and e raised to minus 2x, that is e raised to x minus 2x, so that is e raised to minus x. Now we will integrate x e raised to minus x. So this is equals to 1 upon d minus 1 into bracket e raised to 2x. Now we will integrate x e raised to minus x by applying Bernoulli formula. X will be as it is. Now derivative of x is 1. Now integration of e raised to minus x, that is e raised to minus 1x upon minus 1. Then after again we will integrate e raised to minus x upon minus 1, that is e raised to minus 1x upon minus 1 square, that is 1. And then after we will keep alternate sign, plus minus. So this is the integration of x e raised to minus x. Now we will simplify this result. So 1 upon d minus 1 This is e raised to 2x. Now taking minus e raised to minus x common, so into bracket we have x plus 1. Now e raised to 2x multiplied by e raised to minus x, it will become e raised to x, and we will keep this minus sign outside. So minus 1 upon d minus 1 e raised to x into bracket x plus 1. Now on this function we will apply the operator d minus 1. So this minus sign will be as it is, integration e raised to x plus 1, and for d minus 1 we will write down e raised to minus 1x over here, and e raised to plus 1x outside the integration. So this is equals to minus e raised to 1x. Now e raised to x, e raised to minus 1x, that is e raised to 0x, and e raised to 0x is 1, and if you multiply 1 by x plus 1 you will get x plus 1. Now we will integrate x and 1. So this is equals to minus e raised to x, integration of x is x square by 2, and integration of 1 is 1x. So this is the required pi. Now the general solution is y equals to cf plus pi. So y equals to cf is c1 e raised to 1x plus c2 e raised to 2x plus pi is minus e raised to x into bracket x square by 2 plus 1x. So the required general solution is c1 e raised to 1x plus c plus minus, that is minus e raised to x, and into bracket x square by 2 plus 1x. So this is the required general solution of the given differential equation. So in today's lecture we have seen Li and Ld of solutions. We have gone through two examples of Li and Ld, and then after we have seen the general method to obtain the pi, and we have gone through one example based on this topic. Thank you for watching this video.